injured were evacuated. I remind our listeners that a similar incident happened in our region quite recently, ruining homes and livelihoods. City officials urge people to stay calm, assuring them the situation is totally under control.
You alive back there?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Zone is really raging today. See that? It was a hell of a blast. Can't remember one so fierce.
Are we, close?
Kind of. The central checkpoint could be on alert after the emission, but there's another way in. Crack in the wall to the left of the vault. Bugger off! Hope you didn't lose your secret artifact along the way. If it was outside the zone for too long, it would have lost its anomalous energy. But I've got this shiny metal thing to recharge it. One lucky activation, and we have a gold mine here.
Sector 9, visual detection of the vault. I say again, Sector 9, visual detection of the vault.
Show me what you found. What the hell is this? I've seen artifacts taken from the zone before. They always burn out and fall apart real fast. But this one?
This one is not from the zone.
Oh, I bet. Where'd you find it?
In my laundry basket.
Who do you think you're talking to, huh? You have any idea what this scanner cost me? If it's not an artifact, it's gonna blow us all to hell! I won't let my hard work come to nothing because of you. I won't let you push it down the shit.
This stone owes me a new home. We gotta move.
Get to the scientist's bunker. Nehoda will explain how to proceed with the scanner. He's waiting for you. Good luck.
Negoda's dead. So are the other scientists.
Dead? Oh, God. We're screwed. Get out of there immediately.
Stop freaking out and tell me where the data is stored.
Find his laptop. The coordinates should be in there.
Hey, Negoda. What's up? Have you met Herman's client yet? Tell him a new mission means new coordinates. New coordinates means a new bill.
Negoda's dead. I'm Mr. Client.
Whoa! That's a hell of a mess you got there, boys. Well, screw that smart-ass bastard. I never liked him anyway. Hold on a sec, Mr. Client. Did Herman at least tell you what to do with the coordinates?
Remind me.
Holy fucking cow. Will you let me eat in peace for once? Alright. Follow the coordinates and stick your scanner into the ground, and then back off. When it's all done, you pick it up. Got it? If not, that's your problem. I'm not a damn help desk. So long, Mr. Client.
What's that? Some kind of anomaly. Quiet. I see the scanner. Tracing for anomalous activity in radio signals. Situation unclear. You, inside. You, to the roof. Move out. HQ, Bulat reporting. Come in, HQ. Damn it! STALKER PDA detected. Someone here! Finish him, and let's make tracks.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Some fireworks, huh?
Who are you?
I'm your guardian angel. Here's a bolt.
Why the hell would I need a bolt?
Take a look around.
Ah, crap.
Yep. Toss it into the anomaly, then while it resets, run like hell. Got it? Now go.
I knew you could do it. Well, okay, I didn't really know, but I sure hoped you would. How'd you get here without any gear?
Long story short, bad luck. By the way, I'm looking for someone nicknamed Solder. Know anywhere I could ask around about him?
If you're looking for somebody, go to Zalicia. Talk to Warlock, the local bartender. He might know something. Or maybe not. It depends.
I'm looking for Solder.
Nope. Talk to Gaffer. That's him over there.
What do you want? Sit down and stay out of sight.
3 of my men never reported back from their overnight patrol around the Lesser Zone. We found their bodies by the old bridge.
Hey, soldier, over here. What do you call
3 dead wardens up the zone's ass. A good start.
A trader who goes by Hamster is peddling this service weapon that belonged to one of those wardens. He got it from Squint.
Apologies, Captain, but Zalicia is a free trade zone. We have an agreement with Chornobyl.
Where is Squint?
The zone has its share of secrets. Who are we to meddle in its designs?
Playing a wizened stalker sage, are you? Fine. Squint was there for sure. He finished off the wounded and looted their bodies. Is that the stalker way now?
I suppose it's not that simple.
All right. If you won't tell me, others will. Seize them!
Easy now. Nobody's going anywhere.
If you don't want the innocent to suffer, find me the culprit.
Well then, in times of war, the law falls silent.
This maniac's gonna drink all my vodka in the street.
If anyone asks, I'm at home and busy.
Anyone at all?
Anyone.
Don't buy into that whole dog and pony show, rookie. Gaffer's been uppity, 'cause sort of lets him. If Korshunov was here instead of him, we'd have been standing against the wall already. The captain prefers a more diplomatic approach.
I said I'm busy.
Hey, good to see you. Sorry, if I knew the word would get to Zalicia this fast, I would have sent you somewhere else.
I think I might even know where. What do you want?
I'm looking for someone. His name's Solder.
I know him, and I know where you can find him. But I need help too. Help me find Squint, and I'll tell you about Solder.
You're gonna get the rookie involved too?
We just need someone to climb that tower, Gaffer. It's no big deal. I'd do it myself.
They'd catch you up there, and then I'd have to explain why there's a sparker hanging around Zalicia. Nah, sit tight. Have you seen the balloon in the middle of Zalicia, Stalker? We need someone to climb that tower and tinker with the equipment. I'll tell the tech to contact you when you get there.
Okay, I'll help you with Squint.
And I'll help you with Solder. Fixing the tower is easy. I'd have done it ages ago if it wasn't for the ward. Just be careful when you find Squint. He's never been the calm type, and now he's totally gone off the rails. But Squint is still one of my men, regardless of whatever shit he's gotten himself into. Help him out if you can. And if you can't, bring me the sensors he stole. The ward can't get their hands on those devices. We've still got a mess to clean up.
I hope you're here to talk business.
I've heard you can help me find Solder.
You'll have to help me out first, Stalker. You know what I'm talking about.
Squint?
Exactly.
Fine. What do you want me to do?
Squint is a piece of shit, but as far as the locals are concerned, he's a stalker first and foremost, and he knows his way around the lesser zone. Stalker like you might have an easier time looking for him.
How do I know you're not gonna screw me?
We're neither hustlers nor bandits. The ward keeps its word. Sure, the loners call us various names, but they've never accused us of scamming anyone. I want the sensor Squint took from the bodies of my men. If anything happens to him, I won't be too upset.
How do I know you're not gonna screw me?
So you made up your mind. I knew the lesser zone had its share of reasonable people.
Here's the deal. I tell you what I know, and you stop harassing our guys. Sound fair?
We'll see. Spill it out.
I asked around. I think he's nearby, at the warehouse. If you send a squad there...
He'll spot a squad at once. I'd rather have our friend take a look. In the meantime, I'll try to find you some answers, Stalker.
I think it'd be better to send your own men, Captain. They're experienced professionals, and...
Easy now, Uncle Lonya. Let's just have a seat and wait for news from whatever place you want me to send my men so badly. You've got your orders, Stalker. Good hunting.
Thanks for the help. You can't imagine how important it is for us to find him.
I've got what you're looking for. My part is done. Now spill it about S.T.A.L.K.E.R.
I told you I never had any doubts about you, didn't I? He's an IPSF tech, a slippery type. You don't look like the kind of guy S.T.A.L.K.E.R. normally deals with.
That's not much. Is that all you know?
I knew S.T.A.L.K.E.R. before, in passing. So that motherfucker Suhin took him under his wing at the S.T.A.L.K.E.R., huh? They say IPSF are mapping anomalies there. So that's how you know him. What were you doing at the old bridge? Looking for anomalies? Or was there something more to it?
I activated a certain device. There was a huge stream of light at the ward and 3 strangers who try to kill everyone.
Yeah, I remember that little performance. You could see it from the post office, clear as day. I should have known you had a hand in it. But we're getting off topic. Taking the sphere by storm would be even dumber than walking into the zone without any bolts. I strongly advise against this course of action. But I've got an idea.
Just tell me what I have to do.
I learned something interesting. After the ward started raising hell, Suhin ordered his men to sweep the backup communication center under the ribs.
Why? Are there monsters there?
Worse, evidence of Suhin's illegal activities. Get it? You might be able to find something useful in there. Something that'll open a door for us.
Oi, drop the gun. Who the fuck are you?
Who'd you sell Herman out to?
Huh, you got some nerve, mate. Breaking into a military base, raising hell, and now you're pestering me with questions. Shit, I should shoot you right here and be done with it.
When was the last time you cleaned that thing? Things tend to misfire a lot if you don't take care of them.
Well, I'm a lucky guy.
Well, your stove's on fire.
What?
Where's my fucking scanner?
PMs tend to misfire a lot if you don't take care of them.
Well, I'm a lucky guy.
Funny. Oh, shit. Look, I'm a nobody. I just put anomalies on the map. Sure, I sold stuff on the side to guys like you, but that's it. Nestor runs the scanner business.
Nestor?
He's the one you should be talking to. The kingpin of garbage. That huge pile of trash, you can't miss it. It's north of... Oh, goddamn bread. Thanks, mate. Nestor. It's north of Zalesia. Oh. Hang on. Did you get busted? Listen, I didn't betray Herman. I've sold some people out in my day. But not you guys.
Piece of trash.
It's me, Skif.
Give me a hand. Bring that shit over here. Go on. Turn it on. Easy. We've got an infinite amount of time ahead. Some rays.
Open up, asshole!
Come on, spit it out. I can tell by your face you're here to talk business, not chat about life.
Nestor, the scanner. Ring a bell? The only right answer is an honest one.
Why, hello there. First those thugs, and now I gotta deal with you. At least you didn't stab me right off the top. Guess that means we can negotiate. So what do I get for being honest?
You got problems, that's obvious. I can help you deal with them, in exchange for some information.
Straight to the point, huh? Without Nestor, this place is a mess. I don't want to get involved. A good tech is worth his weight in gold. But kingpins are expendable.
What happened to you? Don't spare any details.
I've got a workshop not far from here. The only ones who knew about it were Nestor and me. And now the thugs do too, apparently. They showed up without warning. Of course. I'm not that much of a fighter. I'm better with tools than a gun, so I had to get creative. I turned the scanner on, it created a bunch of anomalies, and I managed to get away.
Do you suspect anybody in particular for the attack?
I'm telling you, Nestor's business is nothing but trouble. If you're gonna start getting involved in it, you better stock up on ammunition. You really ought to take a look around my workshop. I figure you might find something useful in those thugs' pockets. I'm better off here at the slag heap. But if you want for risks, I'll give you the coordinates.
All right, I'll have a look at your workshop.
Whatever you find there, bring it to me. I want to see it.
I found this on the bandits. Look familiar?
Of course it does. It's a keycard to my workshop, a spare one. It was Nestor's. The hell you get me into, you old prick?
Any idea who they were working for?
None whatsoever. When it comes to the whole scanner business, I'm just a cog in the machine. I haven't got a clue who the customer is. As for Nestor, well, he had everything written down. As far as I know, he kept all his records in a special stash. Why don't you go and check it out? You never know.
All right, I'll go have a look.
You've got the coordinates. Keep me posted.
Richter? Richter?
Skif.
What are you doing here?
Just living a little. I mean, take a look at the view. Stay away from the edge. Isn't it beautiful?
It's a lot of trash. Food waste, human waste, you name it.
You could find anything you want in here, Skif. A friend, an enemy, money, death, miracles, even yourself.
You ever been to the Zone's center?
Not to the plant, no. You can't get in.
Why are the stalkers so obsessed with the CNPP?
Because the plant is the heart of it all. It's the very essence of the zone. I mean, you won't find anything there now. It's a plunder pyramid. Word is even the wish granter was stolen. But I have been to Pripyat, and this will pay for one ride.
What?
Oh, we got hammered once and went on the Ferris wheel. It was a pretty shitty ride, but we had a hell of a time! If crows are nesting in the landfill now, that means... Skif? Have you ever lost something you've loved? What happened? Fine. So what do you think of the zone then?
It's a chance to turn my life. Although, looks like it's going straight to hell right now.
It may seem so, but that's the will of the zone. It knows what's best for us all. If you ever go to Pripyat, the first ride on the Ferris wheel is on me.
It's brave of you to come to my camp. Uninvited. But fortune favors the bold. Let me ask you a question.
Me first. Did your men attack me and take my scanner?
Now, this is getting interesting. Are you here to kill me? I would, if I were you. When push comes to shove, strike first and strike hard. Watch your tongue, though. We're on the same side. Iron and his crew got attacked while they were refueling a spent artifact. Sound familiar? The boys fought them off, but I'm not about to let it slide.
Do you know who attacked your men?
If I knew, I'd have buried the fuckers. But they left me a gift in the form of one of their men. I can set up a meeting for you. He's not a talkative guy, but I bet you'll think of something. But it'll cost you. That, or...
Here's the money. I think it's a fair price.
A stalker has to work for months to make this kind of money. They pissed you off pretty good, didn't they? Do you know how they got you, by the way? The scanners are bugged. Nestor told me. All right. Now for my part of the deal. One of the attackers is locked up in the underground garage. Here's the key. Have a nice chat.
I'm looking for Diode. Is he here?
I figured you'd be taller. Head to the first floor. Diode's up there. I'll let him know you're here.
Are you deaf or something? Keep out!
I'm looking for Diode. The guard at the workshop told me he's here.
Name?
Skif.
All right, go ahead.
Your equipment, Professor, not at S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Out there in the zone. Who the hell are you? Decided to play soldier with me? Nitro and I were just discussing a certain puzzle we've found in the zone, but we can't quite seem to get all the pieces to fit. Maybe you can figure it out. Good. Only I can't decide if you're...
Colonel, if I may. It's Skif, right? I need all of us to understand the urgency of the situation, given the extreme importance of our mission. That goes for you too, Skif. I hear you've managed to activate one of our devices. The Institute's most valuable invention.
Diode said you asked him some questions about the scanner.
You got it to work at the old bridge, didn't you? And the artifact? There was a faded artifact in the scanner. What happened to it?
Tell us what you need to know, and you can take the gun.
I was there. I was attacked, just like your men. The scanner was stolen, and I'm looking for the scumbags who took it.
Good. Okay. Maybe you know something I don't. Help me find those bastards, Skif.
Something similar happened to Varan, a bandit from Garbage. He had a scanner and...
What? Another goddamn scanner? Why are there bandits running around Garbage with your precious invention?
Another scanner?
Don't play dumb with me! At this point, there are more scanners in the zone than there are fucking stalkers!
I don't know about that!
I don't know if
Whoa, guys. Varan's men were attacked, but one of the attackers had this.
Holy shit! A monolith PDA. Now I can finally burn their fucking nest down. Wild Island. Fortifications.
Colonel.
2... No, 3. They're pretty heavily armed.
Colonel!
Where are they getting their equipment? Give me the radio. Zotov, come in.
The scanner and the artifact out there in the hands of lunatics, among the mud and the toxic waste. Colonel,
What?
Please! What if the scanner gets damaged in the fighting? These are not stalkers, but former monolithians. No, this is out of the question. I can't bear to think about it! Maybe we should send some neutral person to the island. Someone who's already helped you. I mean us. Come on, think about the risk. We could lose the very thing we've been striving to obtain.
Colonel, this is Otov. I don't copy. Please repeat. Over. Colonel!
Just checking in. Over and out.
Thank you. Unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to introduce myself. My name is Dmitro Dalin, and I'm the head of S.T.A.L.K.E.R, a temple of science, a haven for geniuses, a place where the Holy Grail is not sought, but invented. The scanner is the Institute's greatest achievement, but right now, all that really matters is the revived artifact at the heart of it. If you get it back, our dream can become a reality. Mankind will be transformed. We'll open the way for future technology. And it will all be thanks to you. Thanks to your courage and dedication to progress. You'll be leading the way. The brink of a new scientific era.
That's wonderful, man. But I'm here because the anomaly burned down my home on the mainland, and someone's gotta pay for it.
This cannot be.
But it did.
Another of your miscalculations, eh, Einstein? Skif, head over to Wild Island and find their leader, Strider. He'll know where the gang hangs out. And if you can persuade him, he just may tell you what kind of shady business they've gone and got themselves into. I'll get you a new one. Take this. It'll come in handy if someone gives you the silent treatment. Good luck, soldier. Keep in touch.
I don't even want to know what Korshunov wanted from me. Blah, 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 keep in order, blah, blah, blah. The zone is the key to the good of mankind. He doesn't give a damn about mankind or the zone, even though the ward is already becoming a part of it. Don't tell him that, though. The news would crush that poor bastard. You should drop by the sawmill, Skif. You've already seen one side of the zone. It's about time you saw the other. You won't regret it, I promise.
A good man is always on time for lunch.
Who said I'm a good man?
Richter, and the guys from the detention center. And me, Scar. Don't worry, this time you won't have to lift anything heavier than a bottle.
What happened at the factory?
They say, you've got to use whatever's close at hand. And there are plenty of things close at hand in the zone. If you know where to look. Like a scanner.
Gonna check the surroundings.
I was told it was invented at the Institute.
Who told you that? Dalin? Nah, kiddo. All their gadgets are just revamped Project X designs. They were found in the old labs.
Project what?
The zone harbors many secrets scattered among the old bones. There were scientists here way before the Institute, even before the zone itself came into being.
Ah, so they're the ones that left us the goodies that we give to the ward. Take a seat.
You, don't like the ward?
The ward have no desire to conquer the zone. They want to extend the Institute up to its borders.
They want to turn the zone into a testing ground to meet mankind's insatiable needs. Darlin says it's all for the greater good of the mainland, but what does that really mean? It's perfect as is. People come to the zone to witness miracles.
Our future is technology, and the zone's miracles are nothing but trouble.
Trouble is what comes to those who exploit the zone. And I have a funny feeling there's more trouble to come.
You bet. And forget all that crap Dalin was spouting about a bright future. None of this is gonna end well. For any of us.
What do you want to achieve?
Zombies!
Relax. This is the dark side of the zone. But there is another, the shining side. It's here all around us, but we cannot see it. I wonder what's out there. Eternal spring, the Klondike of artifacts, a new home, or our hearts, desires. But most importantly, no ward. We want the shining zone to reveal itself. For now, as far as we're concerned... Oh, shit. You're just a good guy. That's all I'm going to say. Or rather, I think that's all you are ready to hear. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Would you like some toast? I get it. You're angry. That's why you're not hungry. And couldn't care less about the troubles of others.
Can I help?
How does the ward's badge feel in your pocket, you snitch?
I have a plan, and I'm sticking to it.
Do I hear the Colonel speaking?
I've got a mind of my own.
Well, do as you please, but watch your head.
You're the only one who could have done it, Faust. Got anything to say? Don't move. You knew Strider was gonna go alone.
He was not alone. I sent Foma with him.
Don't try to mess with my head.
This is your anger talking, brother. You seek enemies amongst your own kind, and yet there is a stranger in your midst.
What the fuck? A stalker?
Strider entrusted the security of this island to you. I will not get in your way.
This ain't over, brother. We let you in, but that don't mean I approve of it. What do you want from us?
I need to talk to Strider.
Forget it. He's busy dealing with a problem at the storage facility, alone, as usual. He told me to back off. It's too dangerous to get near the anomalies, he says. But you are a stalker, right? You wander into that crap every day, detector in hand, trading artifacts for hooch. Ever dealt with any anomalies emerging without an emission?
I'm afraid I did.
All right, go ahead. I sure hope you ain't lying. And I don't regret trusting you.
All right. I'll leave you to it.
I wish you would. Having a stalker around means a fuck ton of trouble for us.
Is that you, Stalker? Do you know what this thing is?
A scanner. We better turn it off.
Agreed. Let's do it. And this is...
a scanner. If you activate it with no artifact present, this is what happens.
Is it safe now?
Yeah. Unless whoever is responsible for this comes back to finish you off. That's what happened to me.
What else do I need to know?
My attackers had a PDA like this one. Looks like some of your men are involved in this.
This is indeed a piece of monolith technology. And I'll help you solve this puzzle. But first, you need to understand one thing. Noon is not monolith. We've rejected our past. We do not use our old gear. We never attack our brothers, nor do we attack stalkers.
I understand. So what do we do now?
The force that used to control us guarded its tools jealously. There used to be a database that tracked every monolithian PDA out there. Hopefully, we can take advantage of what's left of it. Talk to Professor Lodechka. He'll know what to do.
So you're the man everyone's talking about. Greetings, Stalker. I haven't seen your kind around here in a while.
Strider said there was a way to trace the source of commands being sent to a monolith PDA. He told me to talk to you.
The local fawn is not enough for you? So now you're off to chase ghosts, huh? No one's used those things for a very long time. Or... crap. Strider's got enough problems as it is. Sure, it can be done, but you'll need an inductor, and they're not easy to come by. There could be one lying around somewhere at the WPS, though.
I'll go get the inductor you mentioned.
Once you have it, take it to Horst. He's even better than me at this kind of thing. He'll figure it out. I don't know what he did in his past life, but the boy's got a remarkable knack for technology. He'll have to learn to take care of Noon's equipment on his own. All right, Loner, you know what to do. Good luck.
What were you and Horst arguing about? Need a hand?
Surprisingly, I've got something that's right up your alley. A Noontider named Kvashka went up on the roof and turned on the antenna for some reason. He was blasted by Psi radiation and turned into a zombie. They just left him there. You should get up there and shut the antenna down and put the guy out of his misery. I can't bear to see him like that every day.
I'll see what I can do about it.
When I detected the spike in Psi radiation, Strider had the main entrance to the roof blocked. But there's an old ladder on the outer wall. There's only one switch, you can't miss it. And please, help Kvashka. It's wrong to leave him like that out of some foolish hope.
He's dead, they say. Destroyed. Lies, I tell you. They're all filthy, pathetic lies. You can't kill God, just like you can't get rid of the sky up above. You can go and hide from him, cower away in some musty hole in the ground, but that won't stop the wind from blowing or the rain from pouring. Crazy fanatics, they say. Murderers. Brave warriors, I tell you. His worthy children.
Stop brainwashing my men, Faust. You're only making it worse.
What could be worse than this? What have we become? Are you happy, Strider?
My boots are fine for the road I walk. There are more important things than happiness.
And what's that then? Backbreaking work? Hardship? That enduring sense of guilt. It didn't used to be like this. We were different, part of something much greater. I was the Word, and you carried the banner of the monolith.
We brought death against our will.
Well, now we're dying ourselves. The fumes are killing us, as are the bullets of our vengeful enemies. How many brothers roam the zone to this day, lost and forgotten, forced to hide their past? We have to find them. We have to bring them to their safety.
By force? We all know about Wild Island. Everyone must make the choice for themselves.
And what will they find here? The meaning of life? Or a similar bunch of miserable wretches just like them who don't know what they want?
Strider saved us!
Yeah. And now he's killing us. Once we were his children. And what are we now?
Men of free will, who choose their own way. You're living in the past, Faust. The monolith is dead. It's time to grow up.
You can't kill God. Just like you can't get rid of the sky up above.
Think again.
I am blind, but it is you who cannot see. Go cower in your hole in the ground. Hide from the past. Hide from his light. Hide from yourself.
Do you have the inductor?
Sure. I have it with me.
There's an old azimuth comm station not far from here. One day, after we find and mothball all that's left of Monolith, we'll destroy it. In the meantime, course?
It's a good thing you have that inductor, Stalker. It can direct a signal. You'll need it later. But the station needs to be turned on first.
Azimuth was taken over by the Ward a little while ago. They have the access keys. I guess you can figure out what to do about them.
So I guess I'm going to Azimuth.
Wait a minute, Skif. This isn't just your concern anymore. Faust is my brother. That much is true. I still trust him. But if it turns out that he's going to hurt someone, Noon is not your enemy. And this is my proof. Keep it, Loner.
It's a good gun. Why would you give it to a stalker but wear a shell casing that matches it around your neck?
The gun is a gift. For the future. As for the shell casing, it signifies the past. Do we understand each other? Noon is not Monolith. We make our own choices now.
Stalker? How did you get in here?
One of your men is a rat.
One of my men? Bullshit.
I intercepted a message about a plot to sabotage Icarus. It was sent over an old frequency, a monolithian one. Just like the PDA the traitor used to communicate.
If it's old, we can trace it. I bet it's Krivenko. He puts his shitty gadgets all over the place, thinking we'd never put two and two together. All right, here's the plan. I'll send my soldiers for a walk around the camp, just in case. You get rid of the antennas. They'll jam any direction finder.
I want to talk to Krivenko first.
Go ahead. And don't forget to talk to our quartermaster afterwards. He could spin a whole platoon's worth of briefs out of the wool Krivenko's gonna pull over your eyes.
A stalker at Icarus. These are desperate times indeed. How are you feeling? Any headaches? Dizziness, perhaps? I wish I had the proper equipment to read your Psi signature. Given the circumstances, it never hurts to have a control sample.
The captain isn't happy about your antennas. He even asked me to destroy them.
How barbaric. But I can see where the captain is coming from. He wants to look out for his man, even if it costs him his career. I've got to hand it to him. However, his sacrifice will be for North if we don't discover what's going on here, and who is responsible for it.
That's what I need you for. I've been informed about a traitor at Icarus. Can you track him down?
In theory. I need to get up-to-date readings from the scanning antennas before he does anything drastic. Let's collect the evidence before he destroys it.
Deal. I'll get your data.
It's a pleasure working with you, Stalker. Here's a recording device. Tell me if you start feeling unwell. Remember, I'm here to help. I got all 3 reports. Laugh if you want, Stalker, but it seems like you were right. Icarus may indeed be exposed to the influence from outside.
Have you found the traitor?
Back to our conversation.
Not exactly, but I did find an interesting disturbance in the Psi field, here in the camp. So much for the much-vaunted Ward. I remember Senkevich puffing out his chest when he said his most trusted man, S.T.A.L.K.E.R, had checked everything and that the threats was clearly coming from outside the camp.
Follow these coordinates. I'll have security let you in. If the thing beneath Icarus is what I think it is, I want you to leave it alone, but make sure you get a reading from it.
How did it go?
Not bad. I found a strange device.
Just as I thought. That, my friend, is a Psi beacon. Old monolith technology, with a few recent modifications.
How did the Psi beacon end up there?
How does anything end up anywhere? Someone put it there. If the signatures I have read with your assistance are to be believed, this one was put there by Lieutenant S.T.A.L.K.E.R.
The same S.T.A.L.K.E.R who was supposed to check the underground area on Senkevich's orders. Korshunov's gonna have a long talk with the captain, I'm sure.
Get to the point.
It's pretty simple. Lieutenant S.T.A.L.K.E.'s Psi signature is nearly identical to those we have taken from the former Monolithians. Can you believe it?
Do you know where the lieutenant is?
I can take a guess. My colleagues at Echo Station are doing similar research, and they picked up an interesting signature recently. I didn't think much of it before. There are lots of people roaming the swamps after all, but now I know who it is. It's a good thing Circa expeditions are always accompanied by a security detail. I believe S.T.A.L.K.E.R will be detained soon. Still, you'd better hurry up.
Well, look what the cat dragged in. We've got guests in our swamp. I'm sorry, I mean their swamp. It belongs to those paragons of clean living, of course. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a guide to Clear Sky. Can you help me?
Wanna hear a story? Nah, don't answer. I'm gonna tell you anyways. I've just had about enough for a little tale. I used to be a guide, it's true. I figured I was leading people around the zone. Turns out, I was lying through my teeth. To myself. I thought I knew it all. I thought I could take anyone, anywhere. What kind of mistakes does a stalker make, huh? You can mess up your detector, you lose your loot. With guides, it's a different story. Especially when the zone wants to put them in their place. You dig?
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, I knew you'd get it. There were 3 of them. I still remember their names, where they were going, and everything that happened to them. I can't forget it. I wish I could, but I just can't. I had the trust of the zone, and I betrayed it. Ruined it along with the people who had trusted me. And until I become a true guide, someone who knows the zone for real, someone who the zone loves for real, I'm not taking you anywhere. You need Nimble. I hear he's been to Clear Sky a couple of times. He's a good guide, and he's not a bad guy either. Don't ask him about the Snorgas mask he wears on his shoulder, though. Right now, Nimble is taking trapper on a hunt. The Sultan splurged on the best hunter to shoot the local fauna. I sent you their coordinates. Maybe you can work something out.
I don't know who you are, Stalker, but you best run. was a little too close. I thought it was game over for sure.
Clear. Skybase.
You good now, bro? That's what I thought. Two close calls in a minute. Not cool. Fucking snorks, man. You were asking about clear sky. What do you want to know?
The night back at the old bridge, you stole my scanner and gave me a hell of a headache.
That's horseshit, man. I ain't been back at the old bridge in a long time. There's all fouls, man. Shit. I'm just a guide. I was only showing the way, all right?
Yeah? Come on, Lithians.
It was a run-of-the-mill job where the customer's kind of shady, all obsessed with a monolith and shit. But I'm not in the business of killing stalkers.
But you are in the business with Faust.
He ain't that bad. Maybe a couple of screws loose, but here in the zone, that don't exactly make him unique. Although, that whole blind thing, I think it's a crock of shit.
That's a pretty stupid take.
Oh, yeah. Lots. You, patch me up and I'll share everything.
Stop pretending and get up.
Sure. Ask away. I'll tell you whatever you want, then I'm out of here. I'm fucking done. Finita la comedia. Fucking swamps, man. I gotta deal with some bullshit every single time.
How do I get to Clear Sky?
I saved your life once, and now I just might save it again. Don't go there. Steer clear of that place.
I should have shot you after all.
Fine. If you want to die, be my guest. Here's a map. Professor Kalinchab set up some defenses when he left Clear Sky. You can't get through without this map. There are beacons on the map. You have to calibrate 4 of them to your signal. Then, you can get through the ruins in the swamps and into Clear Sky. Any other questions?
All right. You're free to go.
I wouldn't go anywhere near that place if I were you. But I get the feeling you ain't gonna listen. I met a guy once who was as stubborn as you. He had a big-ass scar across his whole face, and crazy eyes, just like yours. How does the zone even find guys like you? I ain't gonna wish you luck. You don't need it. So I, hope we never meet again.
Shot by loners. Found with a stone around his neck. Thrown off a cliff. Operation Monolith. Hanged. Torn apart by dogs. Killed. Missing. Pripyat. Killed. Dead. Wild Island. Missing. Alive. No information. Shot by loners. Died in an anomaly. Found with a stone around his neck. Thrown off a cliff. Torn apart by dogs. Operation Monolith. Hanged. Alive but lost. Wait just a second, Skif. And the scanner is yours. I need to say my goodbyes. Farewell to our great past. Enemies, yes, but united by faith in one idea. For your kind, it was the wish granter. For us, the monolith. It spoke in many tongues, but everyone heard only what they wanted to hear. Repentance. Forgiveness. Not a chance. After a decade of silence, only hatred remains. The monolith has abandoned us to make us understand. Being alive
You know what makes a stalker a stalker? Curiosity. I told you he'd come.
You told me a lot, and left out even more. Thank you for coming, Skif.
What did you want to talk about?
I found out that the Ward moved the Wish Granter from the CNPP to Circa.
The monolith.
That toy is way too dangerous, even for Dallin. Especially for Dallin. The zone itself could suffer for it. And then the dark would eclipse whatever light still remains here.
I've seen Faust. You mentioned the Wish Granter as well before he disappeared.
So he's in on it too. The past will never let us go, will it?
So what do you want from me?
I see you found what you were looking for. And you're going to find even more. In the darkest part of the zone. Built from the brightest of intentions.
The scanner is your chance to get into Circa. Then, you'll be able to find out if that damn machine is really there. I'll get my squad together and head for the Institute. We need your help, Skif. Noontide... No. The entire zone is in danger.
Sometimes bad people make good choices. I trust you to make the right one.
Stand aside. This is a restricted strategic facility. Unauthorized entry is prohibited.
I have an appointment with Dr. Dallin. I brought the scanner.
You must be Skif. Head to the internal checkpoint. They'll direct you from there.
Is that him? Give it to me. We need to run compatibility tests. Check everything is all right. Oh, yes. Of course. You must be tired. Oh, here. Here's the key to my room. I'm sleeping in my study either way. Don't worry about your reward. You'll get it. In fact, someone would like to talk to you as soon as we've completed all the necessary tests. Have some rest. And get yourself cleaned up. My colleagues promised me a surprise for my birthday. I wish I knew what it was. Guess you'll have to tell me. Enjoy it! Come on! Really? Thank you!
Skif, come in. Are you there yet? See if you can get to the labs and find out about the monolith. I'm counting on you, Stalker.
They've got some serious security here, Strider.
I know. That's why it was crucial for you to get there. My men outside are looking for a way in. The monolith is an evil no one should ever exploit. Please, help us.
I hope you had a good night's sleep, Skif. We're on the brink of the most important event in human history. And I want you to be there to witness it up close. After all, if you hadn't brought us the Alpha artifact, our artifact farm would still be looking for the key to the generators.
The generators? What are those?
The zone doesn't just exist on its own. It possesses a center, a source. This source is located within the generators, an installation to the north of the CNPP. There's no way for us to get there, physically at least. However, we can establish a remote connection to the generators. That's where the Alpha comes into play. We can solve the energy crisis, reach the outer limits of the solar system, expand our horizons in the study of physics. Your discovery is going to change the world, Skif.
Confinement breach detected in the cryptobiology lab. Initiating Aegis protocol in Sector C. Please remain calm and have a nice day.
Damn! Aegis means an uncontrolled anomalous exposure. That means a shutdown for all labs. How are we supposed to test the Alpha now? Wait for a special dispensation from the Colonel? How long will it take? Even with all their gadgets, the Ward can only handle anomalous phenomena in controlled lab environments. Against something like this, we're talking days, at least.
At this rate, I'm gonna get bed sores from your penthouse couch. Maybe I can speed this up. Remember, the things I've seen in the zone were just as baffling and uncontrollable.
Are you suggesting we skip protocol and go full stalker on this? It could work. Look for Dr. Krivenko. He's probably at the ARL now. The cryptobiology lab is his domain. He'll point you in the right direction. But remember, this anomalous exposure isn't your typical zone activity. Our emission protection system has never failed us before.
Skif, isn't it? I think we met at Icarus before.
Krivenko? I didn't know you were a big wheel around here.
I'm in charge of the Joint Cryptobiology and Psi-Medicine Laboratory. Actually, I don't usually venture out of Circa, but occasionally a special project demands some fieldwork. Follow me. Do you know an anomaly has cropped up in cryptobiology? No? My colleagues over at ARL reviewed the footage, and they think it might be a spatial anomaly.
How often does this kind of emergency happen here?
Hardly ever. Our security protocols cover every scenario, so everything is always under control, especially when it comes to special projects.
All right, I'll go see what you've got there.
Here, take my gun. Korshunov issued these to all the lab managers, but I never thought anyone would actually need them. Professor Herman once mentioned that anomalies like this one always have an entrance and an exit. The cause of its sudden manifestation must lie on the other side. Due to the Aegis protocol, the regular entrances to my lab are sealed. The only way in is through the ventilation system. You'll find the engineering entrance outside, near the ARL building. Please be careful around the specimens of local fauna in the lab.
Skif, you made it here too. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised given what you went through to bring my scanner back to S.T.A.L.K.E.R. I'd say I'm glad you made it through your first night in the zone, but you probably wouldn't believe me.
You bastard. I thought you were dead, and you just took off.
What else was I supposed to do? Fight my way back to you? Things aren't as straightforward as they seem. Come on in, I'll open the door for you. Don't worry, I won't leave you here. I feel like I owe you for that night. Besides, it looks like you've actually brought us the Alpha. This is my accomplishment, Skif, not Darlin's. The only thing that snot-nosed genius managed to achieve was watching the Second Caribbean experiment. And that's precisely when anomalies and artifacts too began cropping up outside the zone.
My home was destroyed because of Dalin's experiment? And you knew about it the whole time?
What? Darlin failed to mention any outside events. And Korshunov conveniently left out who was responsible for your wild goose chase around the zone. Yes, Skif, I've been aware of this all along. And so have they. Every asshole in this place has an agenda of their own. At least I tried to help you. I warned you about the attack, remember? But that doesn't matter anymore, and I'm running out of time. I've reconfigured the bubble. It'll take you back to Circa. Then you can tell Darlin what you think about the price he paid for progress.
What do you want from me? Get to the point.
It'll become clear soon enough, Colonel. And no, you won't have to send your men anywhere or put them in danger. For that, we've got...
Speaking of danger...
As I was saying, we need someone who's already got certain qualities. Courage, persistence, endurance.
Any of my men will do.
Not quiet. We need someone who's already had a particular kind of experience in the zone. Basically, we need a stalker. The readings all match up. But to see it with my own eyes, that's something else. A scientific miracle. Alpha. Quarter of century ago, maybe even longer. The artifact that started it all.
It's still going strong, and not just in the zone.
You stalkers with your tall tales. You need to lay up the booze.
The second Caribbean experiment, you asshole! Tall tales, huh? Look at me! I lost everything back on the mainland, and you tell me to lay off the booze!
To the victor go the spoils. This experiment is not going to conduct itself. Stand down.
We had a simple choice. Sit back and just wait for another super emission, or take a chance at getting control of the anomalous energy. And look, our gamble paid off. As for your home, you can blame the zone, not me.
Cool it, soldier. The second Caribbean experiment didn't go as planned. During the experiment, the group was attacked by S.T.A.L.K.E.R's saboteurs. They're local stalkers, a thorn in my side. And since they achieved what they set out to back then, you can be sure they'll keep trying to get in our way. You're blaming the wrong people, Skif.
Let's hope that this time, security will be your top priority. So, now that everyone has blown off some steam and is capable of having a civilized conversation, let's move on to the one truly important thing. Science. Do you want to know what's there? Behind the glass? It's the dream of every stalker. The wish granter. Also known as the monolith. It's not a myth, nor is it a deity. It's a sea installation created by scientists from Project X. Instead of rusting away inside the sarcophagus, it's now here at the Institute.
Why did you bring the monolith here? Wasn't one failed experiment enough for you?
Skif, please. Alpha artifacts are a source of power not only for the generators, but for other Project X installations as well. Including those designed to create illusions. Like the monolith. If your Alpha artifact activates the monolith now, we'll know it's genuine and can be used with the generators.
My people are trained for this. They will handle it.
The hell they will. It's my artifact. I'll be the one testing it.
Humanity is corrupt. Mankind must be controlled. Whatever you wish, it will be granted. Come to me. I want the zone to disappear.
I think that's it. He's out. The level of
Results of a medic, now!
Are you okay now, Skif? Would you come up here, please?
What happened in the monolith room?
Now, you're the one who's gonna tell me what the fuck is going on here. Whose memory did I just see? Why did the ward attack me? Wish Granner my ass.
Calm down, Skif. Please. That was just a minor distortion. An illusion, nothing more. It's over now.
He's telling the truth, soldier. The installation has been shut down. You're safe.
Was that another botched experiment, Doc?
I wouldn't call it that. I didn't foresee those sea vestiges, that's true. The monolith showed you someone else's memory. I never expected that. Who knew those tall tales had a basis in reality? But I was sure you'd be fine. It was impossible to calculate the safe level of Psi exposure when the monolith was first created. But it's a different story now. I used the minimal configuration, see? You're safe and sound, and despite some unpleasant side effects, everything went well. The Alpha artifact worked. We can begin the experiment.
Are you sure it's safe connecting the artifact to the generators?
There are certain risks, of course. But inaction would be far more dangerous. We must take control of the zone's anomalous energy before disaster strikes. When we connect to the generators, the zone will be eliminated. And the anomalous energy will finally start serving the needs of mankind.
Yes?
I'm waiting for the STALKER, Colonel.
Got it. He'll be there. Go to the projection room, Skif. She's waiting for you. Good luck.
Skif! Thank God you're here. If only Darlin had listened to me, I wouldn't have to cheat. You know that's true. Tell her. I'm begging you.
Your friend is a strange kind of scientist, Skif. He loves secrets more than discoveries.
He's no friend of mine.
Skif!
That makes sense. People need more than just a couple of days to really become friends. You need to trust one another, share your secrets. Like the fact that someone stole the scanners from S.T.A.L.K.E.R. just because he was so envious of Dr. Dolly. And guided by his co-conspirator Faust, he insisted on murdering every last witness. Including you, of course.
I can explain everything!
There's no need to
Repeat yourself, Professor. This man almost got you killed. So it's up to you to decide his fate.
Let him go.
Professor Herman, you may go.
Skif! Thank you. Thank you.
Professor, you forgot something.
Goodbye.
Yevhen Martinenko, 25 years old. Born in a small town, loved a good book, but preferred a good fight. Served in the army, upon returning home was engaged in risky part-time jobs. No real friends, no family, just lonely evenings in front of the TV. A while ago he came home to find his place in ruins. You've been through a lot, Yevhen. Cigarette? After the fire at those apartments, everyone rushed to seek help from officials. But not you, Yevhen. In your search for the truth, you had the courage to enter the zone. Perseverance is an admirable quality, and you've got heaps of it. That's why we can thank you, and you alone, that the scanner is back at S.T.A.L.K.E.R. The zone is extremely dangerous to the outside world. But thanks to you, we will soon have its power under control. And in the meantime, you can return to the mainland and move into a beautiful new house.
Sounds great.
You deserve it.
But I want to be there for the experiment. Bread was promised. Now it's time for circuses.
Dr. Darlin speaks highly of you, but the experiment requires top-level security. Although, perhaps you could help us in this matter. Someone's planning to stop us, right? Stop us getting what we deserve.
Strider. The leader of Noontide intends to break into Circa. He might be armed.
I knew I could count on you. Meet with Strider. Convince him not to do anything stupid. I don't want our new world to begin with bloodshed. And neither do you.
And if he doesn't change his mind?
You're an experienced guy of him. I'm sure you can handle it. One way or another.
So Strider was right? The monolith, Skif, is it really here?
Yeah. I tried it.
And what happened?
A hallucination. That's what it was. See influence. Nothing more.
Maybe you're stronger than we were. Or maybe you just don't realize what's happened to you yet.
Dallin said Circa isn't going to use the monolith anymore. They only needed it to prep for another experiment. They're gonna end all this shit right here, right now. They're gonna destroy the zone.
And you believe that, Skif? Do you really believe the monolith is just an installation, and they actually know what they're doing? They'll write off all their mistakes as collateral damage in pursuit of the greater good. But we are not some byproducts of their experiments, Skif. We are human beings. If their plans have any relation to the monolith, we are putting an end to them. These people are not to be trusted. We can't waste any more time. Tell me now, Skif. Are you with the Ward, or with us?
We'll stop them together.
Then it's settled. You should go. Strider is waiting.
Help me out with these, will ya? One on each hinge should do the trick.
Performing visual analysis. No damage detected.
Alright, let's go!
Azov. Router ready. Block 5. Waveguide ready.
Back it up.
Scala.
Gateway open. X11. Awaiting connection.
What the fuck? You alright? Let's go!
Scala here. Request received entry.
About the fucking way!
Connection established.
Step back!
This time.
You mother...
Skif. I'm glad to see you, buddy. Let's get out of here.
Hey, would you look at that?
Мій рідний край, чарівний край, черемоша і прута. Ти моя любов, ти рідна матінко моя. It's alive! The zone is alive! It survived, Skif! It survived!
You're fucking crazy! I almost died at that fucking institute.
Where's Strider?
Now you ask.
What happened over there, Skif? Where is Strider?
He's...
Why are they shooting at us? Why are you shooting at us? We're with Strider!
Dud. Just like you can't get rid of the sky up above.
What?
They say the sun's always shining in Pripyat.
Bullshit.
Damn. They got all soggy after all. I should have kicked the habit. That means Strider and Dubny and they're all gone? Right. I guess the zone didn't protect them after all. How come, Skif? Incoming from White Island. Maybe not all of them got hit by the monolith thingy, right? Come on, chime in.
Richter, it's Lodotska. The island. It's a disaster. Something is happening, and it's...
Calm down, Professor. Deep breaths. I need details.
It happened all at once. Like a signal. Intense sea activity. Incredibly powerful. Noontide. Richter. They've all turned into monolithians again.
Fuck.
I found out where it started, but I can't get there. I'm at Quiet's camp. Someone's here. Richter. I need your help. Can you hear me? Help!
Looks even worse than I thought.
What the hell is happening on that island?
No idea. Where's Scar when I need him, damn it? I may not be Spark, but it's high time he showed up. We need to get the Professor out of there, Skif. There's no way we can sort that shit out without him.
Okay, I'll help Lodotska.
Right. Here's the deal. You take care of Wild Island and Lodotska, and I'll go find Scar. Sure hope it's not a monolithian bullet keeping him quiet.
You killed him, right? That mercenary? What was it? He left to get some water. Said he'd waterboard me until I told him everything.
What happened to Noontide?
After you left the island, first, Striders showed up, put together a small team. Dudney, Horse, a few others, and he ordered the rest to defend the island. He said the ward would never forgive him for what he was about to do. But if he didn't, there'd be no more noontide. So they left. And then there was the signal, and I can't get there, for the monolith cries out of my head.
Where did that signal come from?
Somewhere deep inside the shelter. I'm sorry I can't give you an exact location. My equipment didn't last long under that sea exposure, just like the noontiders. One thing's for sure, a blast that powerful doesn't just happen. There must be a device. Something from the monolith's past, probably. There's a problem, though. The vents at the shelter don't work. Underground rooms are filled with toxic waste gas. This place is already falling apart without horrors.
So I gotta fix the ventilation system to reach the source.
That's right. Horrors just started working on it. I think he even ordered some parts from Quiet before he left. I've got his notes. You can have them. Core's had everything planned out, so you'll have no trouble figuring it out. One more thing. Right now, you can only get underground from outside the base, to the northeast. After you're done with the vents, head there.
There you are, my good man.
I've got what you've asked for. It's amazing this lamp is still intact.
Okay. Business first, I get it.
I've seen what this piece of shit is capable of.
The ward is about to attack Duga. Their best men are going to be there. This piece of shit would be very helpful in thinning out their ranks.
So we're back to the same old bloodthirsty plan, huh?
Ah, that's how the zone works. Some people have to suffer, so other people can stop suffering.
You knew all along, you son of a bitch.
Tell me, do you actually have some place to go back to? Or have you found what you were looking for?
Too many words, too few answers.
Man. A long time ago, I woke up in the scientist's mobile lab at Yonam Station. They were good men. They fed me and took care of me, all while huddled together in a cramped little iron box. I wanted to help them, to find them a better place to live. During one of my trips, I stumbled upon the chemical plant. Yes, sure. Another brick monstrosity, but back then, it was like an oasis to me. So those good men moved there. It was the first Spark group. We kept to ourselves, minded our own business, even during the new faction war. Until one day, bam, 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 Topol, he was the first to die. Mace tried to warn us. Over here! But all he could do was wheeze. Spirit and I tried to escape through the workshop, and then the second assault squad burst in. Boom! But Snake had a grenade ready for them. Thieves rule and wardens rule. Boom! And now tell me, who holds the chemical plant now?
The ward.
Yes, the ward. I've kept away from any ruins ever since, except for the ruins of the Institute. Sure, you can take my bloodthirsty plan as paying off a debt. But this war isn't just my war. Yes, you. Him. You came to the zone looking for justice too, didn't you?
What's the point of all the sacrifice, Scar? All these victims.
What's the point? We're all to stand upon the sea. Through death, through darkness thus. I choose the nets that swallow me. This mortal coil failed us. Do what must be done. And the mystery will reveal itself. That I know for sure. As for you, just have faith.
What's the plan, Scar? What's our next move?
The plan is as simple as it gets. The Ward intends to destroy the zone. Along with you and me, of course. But we're going to stop them. How? Easy enough. We're going to strike back. Starting with the Dugas for now.
What do you want me to do?
First, head over to our tech, Power Plug. He'll hand you the control emitter and give you the 101 on how to use it and where it goes.
Oh, and Power Plug's got a little present for you, too. It's time to stop hiding, Skif. Let the zone know you're one of us now.
There you are! Ready for the show?
Depends. What's the plan this time?
You'll love it. We're killing two birds with one stone. The Monolithians are all yours.
And what about the Ward?
They're not your concern. I've got a little surprise cooked up for them. Just focus on the task at hand. While everyone's busy dealing with the mess at the checkpoint, you'll take over the underground comm center, then eliminate the leader of the monolith. I've thought it all through. This way, you'll come at them from their blind side. Any questions?
None whatsoever.
Now, we wait for the Ward. We've got some time, so rest up and prepare yourself. We'll wake you up when it's time.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Professor Ozerski, the director of STC Malachite. If you intend to remain at the center, please avoid interfering with our work and treat all visitors with courtesy and respect. My colleagues frequently require STALKER assistance to retrieve artifacts or conduct field experiments. Should you prove yourself capable, you may be entrusted with such assignments.
I'm looking for information about the Phantoms. A monolithian called Faust conjured doubles of himself during a fight. I want to know how this is possible.
And I want to never have to hear about the subject again. But I suppose you're luckier than I am. The doubles you witnessed are induced illusions caused by Psi influence within the Tau range. This Faust fellow appears to be employing older Psi consciousness technology. Psi consciousness were the ones who extensively researched induced illusions and their impact on humans. Have you heard about the Wish Granter? That's their handiwork.
I want to know more about induced illusions.
I'm not entirely sure we still have any books with enough information here at the center. The S.T.A.L.K.E.R archives would come in handy here.
I got them after the signal. They're saved on this flash drive.
Oh, that makes it so much easier. However, analyzing these archives will require a considerable amount of time, and I take it you need answers as soon as possible. Fortunately, the X network is up and running again. There's an abandoned mirror facility nearby. It was used to study induced illusions until 2008. If you can restart it and reconnect the mirror to Malachite, I could look for the information you need.
What exactly do I need to do?
Two things. Activate the visual projection center and calibrate the communication antenna. Mind you, configuring the antenna might require specific conditions. The older the equipment, the harder it is to set it up properly. I advise you to find an operations manual for the facility's engineering team and follow its guidelines to the letter. Talk to you later.
You want to chat?
I need to find some people. Ozerski mentioned you might be able to help me with that.
You're making some friends, I see. Ozerski is a man with a heart of gold. When he's not being pain in the ass, anyway.
You seem pretty popular yourself. Are you some kind of recruiter? Bringing folks to Strider, mingling with scientists, cozying up to SCAR. And you keep popping up wherever I go, too.
Must be the Zone's will. Nah, there's a plenty of recruiters here without me. By the way, there's that stalker who showed up after the signal, S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Ever heard of him? He's a legend around here. I hear he's putting together a new crew. He doesn't like what's going on in the Zone and he wants to shake things up.
How can I find this S.T.A.L.K.E.R. guy?
Nah. I might have said too much already. Either the Zone's gonna help you, or S.T.A.L.K.E.R. will find you himself. But I don't think you two would hit it off right now. As long as you and SCAR keep looking for the Shining Zone, you better stay away from S.T.A.L.K.E.R. He doesn't trust or cooperate with anyone. Can you really blame him?
There are no trustworthy people in the Zone. S.T.A.L.K.E.'s got that right. Looking for allies is a waste of time. Speaking of which, do you know anyone on this list?
I know one of them, Dvupalov. He's a real grump when he's sober, which, thankfully, isn't often. He's usually holed up in his old hideout and doesn't entertain visitors. If you want to talk to him, you'll need to bring him a collar from a mutant. He used to do some research with the collars, and now he just collects them. Talk about sentimental.
Can you take me to a place where I can hunt some mutants and collars?
You know I don't guide anymore. Not after I got Joker and Barch killed. I don't want anyone else to trust me and end up getting hurt.
Then just tell me where to look for those mutants.
I'll forward you the coordinates of a couple of spots. Choose whichever one you like. But keep in mind that Dvupal has been collecting these collars for a while now. The less dangerous mutants are all gone. Only the nasty ones are still out there. So be careful. Looks like you made it and got the collar, so you're good to go to Dvupalov. I've tagged the location of his hideout for you. You should be able to get there just fine. If he asks you for a password, just say the leash.
Is there anything else I need to know?
Collars aside, Dvupalov's only been working on one project lately. Vodka. Making it and drinking it. If he offers you a drink, don't turn it down, or you won't get any business done. But don't try to outdrink him either, or you might find yourself beyond medical help.
Hand it over. You're new around here, aren't you? Or have I just forgotten you? I had an assistant I'll never forget, Nightingale. He was a delight to work with and a great drinking buddy. It's a shame he's gone. Think you can fill his shoes?
I wasn't planning to. I'm here about...
I know what you're here about. The first ones in the house. But we'll enjoy it right here on the spot. You can fetch the bottle from my lab. It's just down the hall. All right. Let's sample the goods. Let's have one. And then we can talk about what, where, and how much. Here's to the start of our partnership.
Skip the vodka. I want to talk about the controller project. Your name's on the staff list.
You too? Was it that, Shill, Schmook, Sherpa, whatever his name is? Did he send you? He's a real pain in the ass. Bought a bottle of vodka and didn't even touch it. As for my biggest project, it's right here in this glass. Bottoms up, Stalker. To science, to partnership, to whatever floats your boat.
Here's to science. Making things better. Not worse.
Not even a flinch, huh? That sort of bravado isn't gonna impress me. When you're drinking, you've gotta put your heart into it. So, where are we? How about another one?
Let's toss another one back.
You're definitely not a grad student. That's a good thing. Look, about those scholars. Leave them out next time. The shop's closed. What's the point of stocking up on collars if I don't have a leash? It was a promising project, sure. But it's time to bid it farewell. Bottoms up, Stalker.
I'm interested in a different project. The controller. You were a part of it.
The last thing I need is another Sherpa pestering me. That grad student is obsessed with the subject. The idea of blissful ignorance is utterly beyond him. That means I could use another drink. After the third shot of my elixir, even the most hopeless souls can start to grasp the basics of abstract thinking. Then we can talk for real. So what do you say? You down for a few more drinks, or maybe just one for the road?
All right. But this is the last one.
Bold words from a young man like you. If man is the measure of all things, then the measure of a man is 3 shots of this magic vodka. So, go ahead. Ask your questions while I'm feeling charitable.
How do you destroy phantoms and defeat someone who can create induced illusions?
Seen double, eh? You probably just had some bad vodka. Try some of mine. It's good for more than just keeping radiation at bay.
When I saw the man who created those phantoms, I was stone cold sober.
Ha ha ha, and I was stone cold sober when I saw evidence that it was impossible. But who am I to forbid you from living in a world of illusions? If you're really so eager, drag your ass to X5. That's where the whole 3-ring circus used to be. Try to find a blueprint for the suppressor. It's out to help you. I'm all out of vodka anyway. Come on. I'll give you the key card for the lab. You're light on your feet, Stalker. You can hang on to this one. You've earned it. You went after that artifact like a bullet from a gun. Seems like I gave the keycard for X5 to Sherpa after all. That's why I hate teetotalers. The bastard must have caught me in a good mood. Anyway, if you want the suppressor, you need to talk to that boring grad student yourself. He's over in Agropron, staying close to X5. And now for the 4th shots, the happiest of them all.
I ask you to vacate the premises. I'm occupying it and there's nothing here to take.
Calm down, Sherba. Vupalov sent me.
Is the professor doing okay? He didn't succumb to intoxication from that poison of his, did he? Its alcohol by volume is nearing pure ethanol, not to mention the anomalous component. What a fall from grace. A great scientist resorting to making vodka.
Dvupalov sent me to get the key card for X5. I'm looking for the phantom suppressor.
It took Dvupalov a whole 6 months just to remember my name while I served him food every day. And now he tells you about the card right away? Did you drink with him or something?
It's tough to avoid having a drink with him.
That stuff is pure poison. Alright, I'll give you the card. It's too risky for me in there anyway. But you've got to promise me that you'll search X5 for any papers related to the controller project and bring them back to me.
Hand me that key card, and I'll see what I can do about your papers.
Alright. It's not like I've got much of a choice. But keep those papers in mind, Stalker. You'll need to head all the way down, but if you're willing to do the job, I'll make it worth your while. I'll go check on the professor in the meantime. Seems like every time I look away, he's got a new drinking buddy.
When are you going to let it go?
The Stalker, he's back. Those papers I mentioned, do you have them?
Where are your manners, young man? You won't even offer a man a shit and pour him a cold one?
Here. I don't want to be anywhere near these things.
This is... Yes! This is it! At last!
There's nothing exciting in there anyhow. I've told you before, young man, if even my own work can end in failure...
Faust wasn't exactly... a failure. In a way. Haven't you heard? He tapped into the X network, brought the monolith back, and caused a bloodbath all over the zone.
So he's... your project? The abilities you incorporate?
Shut up! I knew I was right all along. So that bunch of old farts in pots haven't given up on my research. Hooking him up to the monolith was a stroke of genius.
Thanks for those papers. They're a treasure worth all the years I spent at Malachite. We'll stay in touch. I've got grand plans for the future.
And I told them that the only way to create a true controller is to preserve his capacity to think, to feel, and make decisions. Sure, right now the choices he's making don't align with what the Ward, the NDST, or anyone else had in mind. But I did succeed.
I found the suppressor. Can you install it?
All right. I almost forgot the reason you're here. All the work I did. It's all become meaningless. You're going to kill Faust.
A lot of people died because of him.
Were they good people? Well, then find other good people to install the suppressor. I'm not a technician. You're as much of a fool as I am if you think you can set things right. The controller project was abandoned, and yet Faust endures. Monolith disappeared, and now it has returned. Go ahead and kill Faust, Stalker. It won't change a thing. You'll see.
Look at us! We're having a blast! As long as Faust is surrounded by phantoms, we can't get to him. And the fact that he has a small army and the most powerful brain scorcher in the zone is not making it easier.
Oh yeah. You guys sure know how to throw a party.
We didn't plan this when we turned on the Lesser Dugas, but we can't let Faust turn the zone into zombie land. The zone bows to no one. This is gonna be a real mess. The Monolithians aren't creative, but they're stubborn as hell. I can't wait to get rolling. But if you need time to gear up, this is your last chance. If you're ready, I'll brief you on the plan, and off we go.
I was born ready. I live for this stuff.
Let's get down to business. You see the Dugas? We can't storm it head on. Faust and that C radiation will fry our brains before we even get close. But we haven't been sitting around, and we've got blueprints from the underground utilities. Turns out, there's a sewer line running from the firehouse straight to the Dugas. It's a quiet way in, and the patrols won't see us. You gotta get to the transformer room and shut down the Dugas. Once you're done, we'll take care of the Monolithians, while you take on Faust. Any questions?
I'll shut down the Dugas, and I'll deal with Faust.
Attaboy! Now get into the tunnel before new Monolithian patrols show up. The signal is patchy down below, so make sure to get to the radio room. That's our first communication point. That's the gist of it. We'll figure out the rest as we go. March, Mugwort, China. Get to your squads and take positions. Let's roll.
There you are.
I got here as fast as I could. What's the latest?
So far, everything's going smoothly. The Fanatics are suspecting something, but that was part of the plan too. Time to open the presents. That'll keep the Monolithians busy while you make a run for the Transformer room. We'll get in touch once you're there. China, we're ready.
About time. Let's get this party started, Commander.
You fucking did it, Skif! The Dugan's not gonna pose a threat for a while. And now these assholes have no idea where we're gonna hit them. It's time to move on to the grand finale. So, you were after Faust, right? There's a gathering on the roof of the comm center, the Dugan command post. It seems like the preacher is about to come out and address his flock. Go finish him off. We've got your back. And if you hear an explosion, take a look around. It's not every day we make the Dugan sparkle. We made it through! I even snagged a Gauss gun! Everyone, get ready! Moving on to the last phase of the plan!
The fight is over. A mortal dies, yet the soul endures. Welcome to the subtle world. Take a seat, Skif. We have a lot to talk about. What time of day would you choose for an intimate conversation?
I've always liked dawn. What a fascinating show.
Much of the zone is not what it seems.
What the hell did you unleash upon us?
You know more than I do. Envoy of the Monolith.
What?
You stood by his side, carrying out his will, and now you've come for me. I have angered him. And that is why you are here, seeking revenge and a reward.
I don't get it. I just want to reclaim what I've lost.
That makes two of us.
Is that so?
Some come to the zone to make money. Others come looking for miracles. Many just want to find happiness, you know? A way to feel real and alive again. But have you ever met anyone who was truly happy? And what do they look for if the miracles don't satisfy them? The monolith brought joy to a chosen few. But I've decided that all stalkers in the zone deserve better.
How generous of you.
I've been here before. Once. A long time ago. When I was a stalker. Looking for an adventure. I took just one awkward step. And my whole world plunged into darkness. But in the end, it was I who gained true sight, while the others kept stumbling around in the dark, searching for invisible wonders. The monolith showed me the zone for what it truly
The monolith has nothing to do with this.
You know more than I do, envoy.
There is no monolith, Faust. You acquired controller abilities in one of the X labs so you could guide the monolithians and serve C consciousness. So long as they were alive.
Well, you would say that. I'm not surprised. You need to stay here a little longer. There is nothing you can keep secret that will not come into the open. It's just a matter of time. Such is the will of the monolith.
Skif! At last! Did you find it?
Possibly. What is it?
It's the key to something incredibly important. Something that's going to change us all. And it's all thanks to you and me. Come, the time of miracles is nigh.
All right. What do I have to do?
Place the key on the controls over there and hold your breath.
Greetings, Skif. I know you have a lot of questions for me. Ask them, and then we'll decide what to do with you.
Who are you? Or what are you?
We are C consciousness. We were once 7 scientists, 7 distinct personalities. Now, we exist as one mind. By merging our consciousnesses, we've achieved a direct connection with the noosphere. I am the representative of C consciousness.
What are you trying to achieve?
After the reckless intervention by S.T.A.L.K.E.R, the structure of the noosphere was damaged, isolating individual subtle matter images from one another. The Shining will reinstate the right to immortality for all sentient beings in the zone, and eventually, for all of mankind. From then on, our liberated consciousnesses will gain the ability to communicate directly with one another, facilitating the free exchange of knowledge and experience. It will be the dawn of a new age.
So this is what the Shining Zone really is. I knew it in my heart. I believed in it all along. Seek and ye shall find.
The Shining can rid us of the darkness that's holding us back, preventing us from hearing each other. It will grant us eternal life. No pain, no regret, no suffering.
How can we make this new age come sooner?
Scar, the word is at the gates. It's just a matter of time before they break through.
But of course. Fuck. Take care of them and fast.
Remember, I don't work for you.
You're working with me. Over and out.
The monolith guided him to hunt me with live bait. And I won't let you finish him. Enough deaths.
So, this is what the real doctor looks like.
Do you know him? This monolithian?
Strider. His name's Strider.
That's a good name. An honest name. You were looking for the doctor. Well, you found him. Now what do you want from me?
I'm looking for any information about S.T.A.L.K.E.R. I know you two have some history.
I doubt S.T.A.L.K.E.'s figured out how to bring the dead back to life. So it's up to us to help Strider. Everything else can wait.
You think there's still a chance to help him?
In a way, Strider's fortunate to be a monolithian. There's something that can help men like him, but not us. I've marked a former monolithian hospital on your PDA. If they've tapped into the old stashes, you might find a regenerator there. Along with the monolithians themselves, of course. I'd ask you to spare the wounded and keep them alive. But it's your call, Stalker.
Why are you so concerned about his life?
Because it's the only thing we truly possess. No matter how bad we believe it to be. Now go. Don't waste any more time. How long did you know each other?
Not long. I met him on Wild Island, back when he was still human.
He was someone who had everything taken away from him. His past, his ability to fight back, even his name. We go to great lengths to cover up our mistakes.
What do you mean, Doctor?
After years of work, a group of scientists managed to tap into the noosphere, the Earth's informational field. An achievement comparable at best to the conquest of space. It was a turning point not just for science, but for the fates of the human race. However, as with all people, each of my colleagues was truly interested in only one person. Himself. They began to dream of worldwide fame, of laurels crowning their bald, shiny heads. Naturally, the truth couldn't come out about secret laboratories, brutal experiments, and other such dubious undertakings. It was out of the question. And so, they all got carried away with their dream of our perfect world. You know how the saying goes, great minds think alike, though fools seldom differ. And lo and behold, what do we have decades later? The Zone, in our image, after our likeness.
You were there, right? For the Sea Consciousness Project?
I was once as deluded as they were, but my doubts soon outweighed their confidence. And so when the experiment took place, one of the pods was left empty. The eighth one. Or rather, the first. Dr. Kaimanov's pod. And so you've solved yet another mystery of the zone, Stalker. Perhaps the most unsettling one. Dr. Kaimanov. Pleased to meet you.
The scientists you mentioned. See consciousness. They're still alive.
No. That can't be. S.T.A.L.K.E.R dealt with them back in 2012.
I spoke to the representative through the visiograph in Malachite. They still exist in some kind of form he called subtle matter.
Subtle matter? But that's impossible! That means it's still going on.
What do you know about subtle matter?
It was a theory developed by Valentine Darlin, the leader of sea consciousness. Apparently, he's now become the image of the representative. Back in the day, he ridiculed my calculations regarding the existence of the noosphere, while I firmly believed that subtle matter was unscientific. In the end, I turned out to be right. But if he was also close to the truth, that changes everything. According to his theory, subtle matter can preserve a reflection of a person's mind, their personality. If you're implying the representative is real, that means they actually succeeded.
Before me, S.T.A.L.K.E.R was the only one who'd spoken to the representative. That was back in 2012, before Sea Consciousness died. S.T.A.L.K.E.R managed to reach the center of the zone and return unscathed.
Then S.T.A.L.K.E.R probably knows more about subtle matter than I do. Along with the sea technologies that Sea Consciousness has mastered during their 6 years of frenetic activity, chances are he's still researching it to this day.
Immortality in the noosphere? Nah, it's gotta be something else.
Dealing with something else is what science in the zone is all about. So let's take a more critical approach and apply the method of exclusion. But keep in mind that this isn't just about science, Stalker. It's about the fate of the zone and your own role in it. We tried to connect to the noosphere as an experiment in the Orbita underground lab. Back then, I saw nothing like the afterlife. But now, with the zone, I think the truth is worth taking a risk. But first, you need to get the cartridge from the signature station in a different lab, X3, near the cordon. It's been 20 years, so the entrances I knew of are long destroyed, but stalkers always find a way. Talk to Sidorovich, he's in charge of the cordon, and could have heard some stories about X3. I'll send you the code to the cartridge slot. Take it, and head to Orbita. Good luck.
Just like old times. The zone's freaking out. The monolithians shoot whatever they see, and stalkers are jumping at their own shadows. But none of it affects business. It just keeps getting better and better.
I need to get to X3. Do you know where it is?
I am busting my ass, trying to find it. And you waltz in here expecting me to serve it to you on a silver platter? How the hell did you get word of it?
The doctor told me about it. Are you suggesting I find the entrance myself? Where?
Not just suggesting. If we are the only ones who know the way to the oasis, that information could be worth a pretty penny. As for where, Ask the locals. Someone might have heard more than I. Sometimes even campfire gossip ain't all bullshit.
Wow, that was fun. That smell really takes me back. I had a cap gun when I was a kid. A Mauser. So who might you be, unknown gunslinger?
I'm Skif. And you must be the guy who knows where to find the entrance at the old lab at the Cordon.
Wow. Not much for foreplay. You must be from the Oasis cult. So skilled and so stupid. Who actually trusts Sidorovich?
You think Sidorovich is lying?
Only when he opens his mouth. How do you think he found out about the Oasis? Stalker gossip? Maybe. That and the documents I showed him. But as soon as our deal was worked out, I was suddenly no longer welcome in his little village. But the old fox's tricks are wearing thin. That's why the lab entrance I told him about was bullshit. Unlike the key in that package that never made it to his bunker.
You mean the decoder? I've got it right here.
You're a very resourceful guy, Skif. And you're alive, unlike all of my men. Here's the deal. The lab's gonna be our joint venture. It's a real maze. But I've got a map of it, right here, in my head. In case you're thinking about shooting me and taking it. Besides, there's one lock down there you can't open without me. Not even with the decoder. I guarantee you won't get through it alone. Deal?
All right, I'm in.
You bet you are. Don't expect it to be a walk in the park, though. Head to these coordinates. There's something you need to pick up. It was meant for the bandits, but we need it more now. I'll be waiting for you at the lab entrance. There's a tracker in the stash. When you grab the stuff, you'll get the location. I don't believe in luck, but I'll be damned if you aren't a lucky charm. This is just what I need right now. Open it. I've got your back.
Name?
I'm not looking to make friends. Skif.
Skif. You got some, curious friends here.
Why are you here, Skif? Dog had no choice. Unlike you. Who you working for? If you lie, I'll know it.
I'm with Spark. They know what's really going on in the zone. Maybe they can help me find a new place to call home, too.
You're like a moth drawn to a flame, ready to get burnt to ashes. Scar's trained to follow orders. Clear Sky used to call the shots. That's when he almost got me. But who's he answering to now? I don't think you bothered to ask.
At least with Scar, I know what he stands for. But you? I have no idea what you want.
I want the zone to be left alone. All that common good S.T.A.L.K.E.R and Chornobyl talk about is just a smokescreen. What they really want is to control the zone. Each in his own way. No. The zone doesn't owe anyone a thing. Realizing this made me an enemy to both the Ward and Spark. And how exactly did you find out about X3?
The doctor told me about X3. It seems like the two of you have some history. He sent me here to test a theory.
Caimano. Yeah. He helped me get to the center of the zone to take down sea consciousness. Now he's using other people to fix his own mistakes. How convenient. He used to be part of sea consciousness. He would have gotten into one of those pods himself if he hadn't escaped at the last minute. What kind of nonsense did he feed you? Something about the old experiments of the dearly departed and the data that might still be here?
I talked to the representative of sea consciousness, and Malachite.
They're dead. I killed them. All of them. I even kept a piece of glass from one of their pods. It was real. What you witnessed was an induced illusion. A psi radiation technology sea consciousness used to manipulate people.
Induced illusion? Like Faust's phantoms?
Like the Phantoms, the Wage Granter, the Physiographs, the Scorcher, or the Shining Zone. If you want a peek, it's right here. You can grab the data the doctor wants along the way. Just be sure to shut it down on your way out.
There's an experimental unit. You need to place the cartridge in the control room. And then, get into the capsule. I'll take care of the...
Skif, what's going on? Where are we?
You're dead, Strider.
Then, I'm no more. But the experiment. Tell me we made it in time.
We were... too late.
What happened to my men?
They're... under control of the monolith. I'm sorry, Strider.
May 2012. The military is storming the CNPP. Loon and Savat teams are in my sector. The primary objective is Quartet.
Southeast, 180. Landmark. Inspection Tower.
Target, Savat 345. Low lateral.
Target, Quartet, 400. Moderate lateral.
Windage. Breathing. 3, 2, 1.
That was the day the psi fields were turned off. Suddenly, the voice of the monolith was gone. I felt as if I was awakening from a years-long coma. And through the scope, I saw the body of an unknown soldier fall. He was not my enemy, Skif. I just hope he has survived and has forgiven us. You asked me about my good luck charm. Remember? It's an empty cartridge casing. A reminder from that day. I genuinely believed that I would never be a puppet again. I'm sorry, brothers. We have failed. Forgive me. And forgive me for everything you must do now. It was a worthy try, Skif. Thank you. Stay strong.
This rocket ain't gonna take you into the noosphere. Open up. Well, well. What a meeting. A good man in a tight spot. You don't give up easy, huh? Well, keep sniffing around. Hey, is it just me, or were you talking to somebody?
Yeah, Strider.
Strider? How'd you get here? Strider! Strider! Have you boys seen Strider around here? Strider! Strider! Turns out there is life in the noosphere. Can you believe it?
I guess so. It's hard to digest at first.
But this time it's all different, right? Let me guess. It wasn't the most pleasant conversation in your life?
Strider deserved a better fate.
We all deserve better, Skif. The Shining. We will get rid of the darkness that imprisons us, preventing us from hearing each other. Imagine an eternal spring, Skif. No pain, no regret, no suffering.
I won't be a part of this. Life is for the living, Scar. If the dead start talking to us, we'll end up slaughtering each other. Then there won't be peace for us. Not even in death.
You know, all this time, you've been a talisman to us. Someone truly inspiring. I believed in you. But you turned out to be a forgery. That's why you didn't get it. Shut the door! You're not worthy.
So, what do you see?
Screens. A whole wall of them. All static. And a creepy chair.
Right? Have a seat.
I think I'd rather stand.
Don't worry, it won't bite.
I hate dentists.
Are you set?
Yep.
Push the button. Can you see me?
Yeah. Looking good.
Apparently Dark One's got 20/20 vision.
What?
That's his eyes you're looking through. Wave to the man, Dark One.
Hello, Skif. It's Dark One. Remember how I tried to kill Strelok? I changed my mind.
Holy shit. How is this possible?
Well, sea consciousness used to have very advanced technology. Now we need to figure out what the warp wants to do with it. Anyway, it's time to wrap this up. It won't be long before they sniff you out. I've got an idea. Talk to you later.
Find out who he contacted. What's wrong with you, soldier? You're a constant thorn in my side. You helped Strider got mixed up with Spark.
I eliminated Faust.
And for that, I'm grateful. Sit down.
What is this installation, Colonel?
Look, I'd love to gather all you stalkers around the campfire and explain exactly what we're guarding and why. But I have no desire whatsoever to trip over your soiled mattresses while on patrol. I've been ordered to keep the aftermath of Project X a secret from the likes of you. It's too bad you trusted those dreamers. You've got a knack for it, you know? Taking people at their word. Who was it?
The Dark One and S.T.A.L.K.E.R.
You trusted S.T.A.L.K.E.R. An agent of sea consciousness?
S.T.A.L.K.E.R is an agent?
The Dark One, S.K.E.R, S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Sea consciousness bred them like cockroaches. This installation will help us find every last agent, but only within the perimeter. Unfortunately, many of them have already left the zone, and if we do nothing, houses on the mainland will continue to burn and collapse. This is reality! Miracles and fantasies are for those who can't face up to the real world.
I'm on your side, Colonel.
Bold move.
Skif, I know we've had different agendas so far, and it might be hard for you to trust me, but I genuinely want to help.
Are you trying to recruit me again? Don't bother. I can see right through your ward bullshit.
I'm here because we have a mutual acquaintance, Richter. He was once a field consultant for S.T.A.L.K.E.R. We parted ways because his priority was the zone, while mine was science.
And now?
And now, I'm beginning to think there are more important things than science. Richter told me Ozersky and S.T.A.L.K.E.R have managed to build a visiograph in Lab X-17 at Malachite. He said you had a personal conversation with the representative. Is that true? Did you speak with him?
It all adds up now. The head of Sea Consciousness was Valentin Dahlen. Are you his son?
How did you know that?
Doesn't matter. I've got my sources. I know about Sea Consciousness and your father, along with his subtle matter theory.
Have you learned anything new about subtle matter?
Yes. What's left in the noosphere is just an imprint of consciousness. A copy. A collection of a person's memories. If that's immortality, it's frightening. An eternal prison where the mind remains static. I'd rather die and be done with it.
How can I be sure of what you're saying? Do you have any proof?
S.T.A.L.K.E.R can confirm what I'm saying. The representative is either an illusion or the imprint of someone who was once alive.
No, that's not enough. I have to see for myself. What you shared wasn't what I hoped to hear. But I appreciate your candor. I'll give you the key to the cell. You need to get out of here. The sooner, the better.
You're doing the right thing, Dahlen.
I hope so. Just be careful. There are patrols everywhere. Wait until I'm at a safe distance. Then, get out of here. And Skif, if our paths ever cross again, remember, I'm on your side.
I need to get to Pripyat.
Sure, no problem. Come on in, make yourself at home.
So the entrance is closed?
Sealed tight. We have never allowed anyone in before, and since the signal, it's out of the question.
And what if I pay?
What am I supposed to do with your coupons? Miklucha pretty much stopped selling guns since the signal. Ammo is more valuable than bills nowadays, especially the fake ones.
I've heard that a guy called Spirit might be able to lend me a hand.
Oh, fuck. Holy fucking shit, well, would you look at that? Care to offer our guest a discount, Rek? Or should we ask Telegraph to give him a proper tour?
I haven't seen Spirit since the signal. Yeah, we did business together. But you didn't make a fuss about my connections when I brought you 2 boxes of ammo, did ya?
Tell me about Spirit.
He knows his way around. Hooked me up with folks at Garbage and with the IPSF. But I haven't seen him since the monolith returned.
Probably because he figured his business guiding stalkers across the boundary went kaput.
His business, not mine. I didn't know what he was up to.
You have no idea how little I care about this at the moment.
If you want to get to Pripyat, find me that Spirit guy. As you can see, my crew's a little thin, so if you're set on crossing the boundary, you'll need to do a bit of legwork.
You can find a guy who worked with Spirit at the water tower. He might be able to tell you something, if he's not too drunk to talk.
See? It's not that hard to cut to the fucking chase. You've got your lead, Stalker. Dismissed.
So, how's our favorite Zone legend doing? I'll never understand why the Zone loves him more than anybody else. What did he do?
He always comes through, no matter what goes down.
That's it?
That's it. It's more than enough. No matter what you do, as long as you keep pushing forward, you'll get to where you want to be. The Zone tests people. And those who give up on their dreams, the Zone will never love them.
Are you Zone expert now, too?
Not at all. But I'm not a quitter either. That's why I came here. I'm looking for Spirit to take me to Pripyat.
What are you hoping to find there? The heart? The heart of Chernobyl? Huh? Is that what S.T.A.L.K.E.R's after?
The heart of Chernobyl? What's that?
An artifact. Whoever finds it can learn to understand the Zone and become almost one with it. That's what they say, anyway. S.T.A.L.K.E.R found it once. Now you're after it too, and something tells me you might actually find it. But it should have been me. I have to understand the Zone. I have to earn its forgiveness.
Then help us protect it. S.T.A.L.K.E.R and Korshunov couldn't stop me, and they never will.
I trust you, Skif. But I don't trust S.T.A.L.K.E.R. He's keeping something from us.
We all have our secrets. But at least he wants to protect the Zone, not take it away or give it a makeover.
There are times when I feel like helping you in Zalicia was the only good call I ever made. It's the only thing I don't regret.
I appreciate that. But I suspect S.T.A.L.K.E.R and Korshunov may not share that sentiment.
Spirit is a bit of a dreamer. He wanted to find a place in the Zone to call his own. First in Pripyat, and after the signal, in Limansk. When Spirit and I went our separate ways, he was heading down the tunnel to Limansk. He's probably still out there, looking for a way into the town. You two share something. Both searching for a home, both refusing to give up, no matter what. Good luck, Skif. And thank you.
You're taking too long, Skif.
Or maybe straight
We
to the
could lose
mainland.
Pripyat.
I didn't join the
Found
Corps to be on
anything
the run
yet?
all the time.
Yeah.
I didn't join up
Here.
and get killed by the monolith.
I think this is what we need.
From Degi, and they don't say
So,
anything about
what do we
dying
have
of
here?
Pripyat.
Aha! An underground military facility called the Foundation. 2 entrances, the Policia Hotel
and the Olympia Cafe. Which one strikes your fancy?
The Police Hotel. We'll take that route.
You'll take it. Not alone, of course. My men will go with you. I'll contact the closest group. They'll meet you there. I'll take the second entrance, just to be sure. We'll get them in a pincer attack and crush them. How does that sound?
It's a good plan. I like that no one's gonna be sneaking up on me from behind.
See you at the Foundation, then. One more thing, Stalker. If you've got any scores to settle, now's the time. Once you're down there, there's no turning back.
Let's go on 3. 1, 2. Don't fuck this up.
Why the hell are you stalling? You just need to disconnect one stupid device and connect another in its place.
Don't worry, Colonel. This equipment hasn't been maintained in a long time. We need to be extremely careful.
Darling, don't act up. This ragtag bunch can't get to the generators on foot. So what was the point of opening up X11? Just do this, and soon the name Dmitro will echo round the world. We need someone we can all trust to get those fucking hoops spinning. And we both know the representative isn't an option.
But my father...
Your father's dead! He's gone! I saw them boiling in those pods with my own eyes. The goddamn physiograph is just a fucking talking TV set!
There's no way to know for sure, but if there's even the slightest chance...
You're not a scientist, you're just a lousy piece of shit.
Oh yeah? Fuck you! You got it? Here.
Who are you?
We are the result of an experiment, ended creating a super consciousness called sea consciousness.
Father.
According to our calculations, Earth is surrounded by a special informational field, the so-called noosphere. It links all sentient inhabitants of the planet and stores their mental images.
What's the true scientist rule?
Our main goal was to make small adjustments to the noosphere, allowing us to remove things like anger, cruelty, greed, and other negative factors from the planet.
Dad, like you said, what's the true rule of a scientist?
Individuals are unable to affect the noosphere.
Be quiet.
But sea consciousness could.
Shut up! Shut the fuck up! It must be erased, destroyed, eradicated. I want it wiped out forever, without a trace, without pity! Skif, help me with this!
They aren't giving us any breaks. Hope Deggy's found some shelter.
Skif's up and about, S.T.A.L.K.E.R. I told you.
He's got 9 lives, just like a cat.
How did it go? Is the STALKER program finished? Have we put an end to it?
What's the rush, pal? You just came to.
Skif's right, Richter. We have no time to spare. Neither does the Zone. She can't survive as long as there's someone looking to take advantage of her.
Like who?
Kaimanov.
What about him? To what end could the old guy possibly try to use the Zone Force, Trilog? Finding the best way to fix a blind dog's broken leg?
The good doctor whose only wish is to heal everyone is just a mask. Here, listen. He recorded this in X7 not long before connecting to the sea consciousness in the noosphere.
Barbarians who fancy themselves surgeons, connecting to the noosphere to separate good from evil with the precision of a scalpel. When did you become so adept at distinguishing between good and evil, darling? None of us possessed that skill before, and that hasn't changed now. No. Access to the noosphere belongs to all of humanity, without exception. It's a test that could either drown us in an abyss of mutual hatred, or elevate us to a new level where we can finally learn to understand and forgive each other. But it's a journey for all of us, not just 8 chosen ones.
It will drown the Zone. That's for sure. Kaimanov is well aware of that. But it never stopped him.
So you want me to kill Kaimanov?
I want the Zone to just be the Zone. Kaimanov doesn't. Getting to him now isn't easy. The Zone is shaking after the Foundation was destroyed. Due to anomalous disturbances, everywhere is dangerous now. But you can do it. You have to.
I'll make my decision after I talk to Kaimanov.
You won't make it to the Red Forest without me. The Zone is renewing itself, just like it did after the second emission back in the fall of 2011. But you were right, Skif. You'll never get anywhere in the Zone if you're afraid of your own failures. Now let's find out if I'm fit to be a true guide, or if I'm better off dead. Let's go. When else will we ever have a chance to see the Zone like this?
Don't let Kaimanov get into your head. Get rid of the Doctor and find me by the Red Fortress. Let's finish what we've started.
You're back. The monolith is no more, and yet its cause lives on. The greatest temptation is trying to control something we do not fully understand. But what do we do when faced with the truly inexplicable? Some tear it up to make souvenirs. Others keep it chained up inside a perimeter cage. Perhaps all the Zone really needs is our compassion. Or perhaps the time has come to let her choose her own destiny.
And then, what happens?
A tragedy most horrible, or a joy most profound? No one knows what the Zone truly desires.
The Zone is not sentient.
And yet, has a big heart. One that craves freedom and the death of her tormentors.
That's what S.T.A.L.K.E.R wants.
He believes that he has been reborn here, so he will protect the Zone, that's for sure. But how does one know the value of freedom if one has never been free?
We can't Just unleash an unfathomable monster on the world.
Do what you must. Whatever will be, will be.
I assume the doctor is dead?
No one else will ever misuse his knowledge to harm the zone again.
Makes you wonder why Strider came here when he was looking for the doctor. Still, was it really about the zone, Skif? Is that why you killed the doctor? I'm not judging. I'm just wondering why.
Because you'll never be truly free, as long as your past is holding you hostage. Kaimanov never understood the miracle he'd created.
I met him once. The doctor, I mean. He told me that if you keep a blind dog in a cage long enough, it won't come out willingly when you open it. The strongest cages are the ones in our minds. Unbreakable. So, ready to move on? S.T.A.L.K.E.R will be waiting for us somewhere near the Red Fortress. Brace yourself. It's gonna be a long walk.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Don't fall behind. The zone ain't what it used to be. They got me pretty good. If it wasn't for you...
And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be standing here in the first place. No one else would have taken me across the entire zone. Especially now.
Hey, I really did take you through in one piece, didn't I? Does that mean I'm a guide after all? A true one? Huh? Then... it's even more frustrating that you'll have to go solo from here on out.
Is your wound really that bad?
Ah, it's no big deal. A med kid, a good night's sleep, a couple of glasses of medicine, and I'll be right as rain. I was just... I was really afraid I couldn't get you here, Skif. But I'd rather have it end like this than lose another person who trusted me.
Thank you, Richter. For everything.
I'm the one who should be thanking you. Without you, I'd probably still be drowning my sorrows somewhere in Yanif. Or dead. We both know I was never your guardian angel. But I hope I was a good friend.
Did you suffer?
No.
Good. You didn't deserve to.
And the bullet was well deserved? It's a shame you treated him like that.
Tell me about it. You think I didn't try to spare his life? But the zone couldn't be free unless he died. And it was worth it. Just look at it now. No, Skif. I won't let anyone have the zone. She gave me a new life. One that I'm ready to give back if I have to. I will always protect her.
I will help you.
Good. I was expecting a live fight with the Monolithians. Someone's decided to save us some ammo. And I don't like this. Let's split up for now. I'll set the explosives at the teleport to cover your back. You go on. I'll catch up.
Avoid any unnecessary risks. I'll be in touch.
Jesus.
Scar.
Poor Scar. I knew him, Skif. A fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. And now, how abhorred in my imagination it is. My gorge rises at it. Oh. Where be your jibes now? Your gambles? Your verses? Oh. Prithee, Skif, tell me one thing. Do you think the representative looked of this fashion in the earth?
I guess.
And smelt so, huh? What a miserable end, Skif. The representative dies. The representative is buried. The representative turns to dust. The dust to soil, the soil to clay. And who's to say that clay won't end up a stopper for a rusty rain barrel? Just to think, once he determined the destinies of all these stalkers. So this is why, in our own dreams, sometimes we see their memories. Yes, but the representative is alive. Yeah. Only the enemy claims there is no life after death. If that is the case, then there is no shining zone. And if there is no shining zone, then all these lives were wasted in vain, Skip. No, we know it's not true. Oh. I've lost my head for this cause, along with all in it.
Where's your shining zone now, Scar?
Skif, come in. I'm done with the teleport. It's now full of surprises. What's up? Why did you go radio silent?
I ran into Scar. He's dead now.
I guess it's goodbye then. Well, I won't cry. Get down to the workshop. I'll be waiting for you near the trucks. We're almost there.
It's always something with these trucks. Every single time. X7 is below. But the elevator won't budge. We need to restart it. I tried. Turns out Granite was there. I tried to get close, but they cut me off. My bad. I let my guard down too early. Now you'll go.
What's Granite?
Korshunov's rebel. A special operations unit. They're regarding X7 even before the zone was around. And then, thanks to sea consciousness, they became the first of the monolith. Korshunov was lucky to get away. He thought they were all gone. But here they are. Back on duty after the signal. Here, you'll need this card to get in. Deggy took it off the colonel back at the Foundation. Came in handy. When you get off the elevator, it's the door to your right. Fallen cargo returns to the machine. Seems that this is the only way to unveil the zone's real secret. The one you've been trying to figure out. Come. Thought the old man wasn't lying this time. You. Slide that thing back up. On my signal. Push it.
will protect her. Always.